Hi everyone, welcome back to Sun's Arts. If you're new, welcome to the family. DIY number 1. For this, I'm going to take one of this wooden truck from Dollar Tree and I'm going to paint it with little bit of, basically I'm going to stain with antique wax with a mixture of water. I'm just taking like a few drops of water and I'm mixing that antique wax into like a thin paste and I'm applying all over the wooden part. I kind of like that light stain of this antique wax brings out the beautiful fine grains of the wood. I like that look, so I'm just going with this and I let it dry, and after it is dried I'm actually going to create like a placeholder to hold in the back of the truck. For this I'm taking a couple of craft sticks that I got from Dollar Tree long back, and I'm just measuring how much is the width that it holds, and I'm just measuring with the marker. I'm taking green marker so that anything goes wrong, it still is the green theme, so it won't really show up. So that's the plan, and I'm also taking like a couple of pieces to fill the back part to create like a placeholder to put stuff in the truck. After I got all the pieces, I'm just sanding the down, actually smoothing it so it just is clean and neat and it just sits in there. The gap between that, I'm just pushing it down and then it stands there on its own. And after I arrange the base, now I'm going to arrange the sides. Again, I'm doing the same technique, measuring it and then having it cut down and sanding it, and then I'm going to insert in the front, and I'm also going to do the same for the back as well. I think it takes like maybe 2 or 3 craft sticks to complete the truck. Now I took 2 small pieces for the back part and I'm taking dab of a hot glue and I'm sticking it in between the space of the front and back part of the truck, just like that. This is how it looks after all the craft sticks are stuck. Now I'm going to stain it with the same stain mixture and I'm going to make it look even, and I'm going to let the truck dry that whole stain, and after it is dried I have to paint the wheels. I'm thinking to paint it with black. I don't want to do too many colors, so I'm going with this thick black chalk paint from Dollar Tree and I'm painting the wheels just like so. Now the painted wheels are all dried, and now I'm taking one of this garland in the craft section. Actually it's in the kids section. I just got one of these strip of green beads and they're like very shiny. Taking a little bit of a hot glue, I'm trying to stick on front of the truck just like that, and after it is stuck I'm just taking a bit of a dark green paint that I got from Dollar Tree again, and I'm trying to paint on all those beads to basically dull down the shine of those beads, and I could have done it before actually sticking. But anyways, I have another garland which has like tiny coins, and I took the golden one, and this is the one I'm actually going to use it for my craft. And I'm also taking it again the same antique wax, a tiny bit of it, and I'm actually painting all over it, so the bright golden color kind of, and I wanted to make it like little less brighter, so I wanted to dull down the shine by applying a little bit of antique wax all over these pieces. So I'm going to let it dry and work on this after. And this is one of the piece of gift box which I got during Christmas time, and it's got like nice green plaid design on it. I just traced one of the felt heart that came in the Valentine's felt hearts. I just traced it and I cut like 3 hearts with my detailing scissor, and look what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to stick all those 3 hearts next to each other and try to create a shamrock there. Isn't that cute? I'm just loving the whole idea of it. Look how beautiful that shamrock. It looks like a real one, isn't it? So I also have this tiny bit of a stick that I actually used during Valentine's project, and it's actually stained with antique wax, and I'm actually sticking it with a dab of a hot glue, and this would go as one of the decor on the back of the truck, just like that. And this golden coins garland is dried and it's ready to be decorated. So also I'm taking like one gold coin from there, and I'm trying to stick on top of the a button on top of a bow, and which I created off screen. And this is actually one of the gingham bow that is going to go on top of the truck. And also I got like two of this water bottle lids, and also two of this shiny green beads, and I'm going to stick on top of the water bottle lid just like that with a dab of a hot glue. And those would be my wheel decor. You're going to see how I'm going to do that. And I'm actually taking those water bottle lids, and I'm going to take a dab of a hot glue around it, and I'm going to attach it in the back of the wheel just like that. So that will actually give a nice pop of a color on the wheels as well. Isn't that cute? I'm just loving it. And I'm also attaching a bow on one corner. So placed these gold coins in the back of the truck. Now I decided it needs a tag, and I just took one piece from one of the black surface of the carton, and I'm just writing loads of luck using one of this metallic marker that I got from Dollar Tree. And I'm just trying to also a dot around with a line and a dot, just to give like an extra decor all around it. You can always use chalkboard, but it was looking like a chalkboard surface for me, so I thought I'll go with it. And I'm just taking this on top of this with a dab of a hot glue, which says loads of luck with lots of gold coins in the back of the truck. So what do you think? This video would be part of Minnie's challenge, and this is hosted by Corie or crafted by Corie. And the theme would be like spring, Mardi Gras, and St. Patrick's Day. And I chose St. Patrick's Day because it's bright green and beautiful. And green is a symbol of prosperity in many cultures. So I wanted to do more crafts in that. And I'll leave the link of our channels and the playlist of all wonderful, amazing creators in the description box. On to DIY number 2. For this, I'm taking some of these felt hearts. I took like the mid-size hearts and the tiny sized hearts, and I'm going to create shamrock with that. Actually, I'm taking one of this a tweezer to hold the heart, and I'm painting the same dark green paint. And I also have this wooden picture holding a tiny frame, and this is so cute. It's already having like a nice wood pattern to it, and I'm doing the same technique, mixing a little bit of water and antique wax, and I'm going to stain it all over it, and in the back also, and the tag, everything I just stained. And I also got this tiny bit of a piece from one of the tags. You can always use cardboard paper, and I wanted to make use of these kind of papers before I throw it. So I'm also trying to stick all these felt heart that I painted. It's dried. I'm taking a little bit of a hot glue, and I'm trying to stick these 3 hearts like next to each other to make it look like a shamrock. And it kind of looks like shamrock. I kind of like the idea of using the hearts for shamrock. So here we go. And after I stick all these 3 hearts, I wanted to decorate it with some bow. So I thought of using this baker's twine, which has got white and green to it. And I was not really happy with this bow, so I went with jute twine. I just took like a small piece of a jute twine, and I'm trying to create a bow here. I'm just taking those 2 pieces together and then pinching in the center, and this creates a cute bow. And I'm sticking it with a dab of a hot glue just like that. And after it is stuck, I'm going to attach 2 pieces of greenery, and I love this greenery with this white flowers. I don't know the name of it. I'm just taking 2 pieces of it, and I'm trying to stick on either side. And also I'm going to stick one tiny white flower in the center to finish the look. So this is one of it. So what do you think? I'm just loving it. On to DIY number 3. For this, I'm going to use one of this cute basket that I use for fall to hold pumpkins. So I wanted to stain this basket. I'm doing the same technique, taking a little bit of antique wax and water, and then I'm also staining all over it. I already stuck some nice lace bow with the tassel on it, so I was just making sure it doesn't touch it. I was doing carefully, and I took cotton lace ribbon and I'm trying to circulate all over the basket just like that to finish the whole handle part. So this is how it looks after the handle is decorated with the ribbon. Now I'm filling this with a little bit of a Spanish moss to give like a natural look there, and after it is stuck with the Spanish moss, I'm taking some of the shamrock. I'm just pulling some pieces of it and I'm trying to fill all over the basket, and this is how it looks after the shamrock basket is created. Now it needs a cute bow on top of the handle, so what I'm trying to do is I'm creating a bow from one of this cotton lace ribbon, and I already prepared it off screen, and I'm trying to stick it using dab of a hot glue on top of the basket just like so. Now my basket of shamrock is all ready, and what do you think about this? You have to let me know in the comment section. On to DIY number 4. For this, I'm taking one of this beautiful wooden frame from Dollar Tree. I just love the look of this beautiful raw wood, and what I'm trying to do is taking one of the shamrock and then trying to stick it on top of the picture frame, and going to place the glass on top of it. And isn't this gives the look of the pressed flower decor? So that's the look I'm going over here. And for the tag, I'm actually writing lucky with my black thin Sharpie, and I'm just placing it back in there. And I stuck one of the pearl, and I also stained that pearl to look less shinier. And also I have like one piece of a burlap ribbon and another small farmhouse style ribbon. It is also in jute, and I'm trying to make a bow out of it. I'm just pinching it in center with the dab of a hot glue, and I'm going to tie it with this green jute twine and on another ribbon on top of it. Isn't this gorgeous with all the decorations? I love the bow and the shamrock, and it says lucky in there. So this is one of the decor I'm very much happy with, so you have to let me know what you think about it. On to DIY number 5 and the last DIY. This one is a very simple one. I'm just taking 3 of the felt hearts, the tiniest one, and I'm also painting the same dark green paint using a tweezer, and I'm just holding it so I don't touch the paint and it dries well. This is one of the white ceramic gnome, and it's so cute. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to stick all these 3 hearts together and trying to stick it to create like a shamrock, and that would be his hat decor. So I'm also sticking with the dab of a hot glue in the sides, and holding it with my fingers. I can use finger protector. I don't know why I didn't choose to do that. And using a dab of a hot glue, I'm sticking it on one side of his hat, and I'm also sticking one of this green bead from that garland, and I'm trying to stick it in the center with a dab of a hot glue, and I'm also going to dull down the shine with a little bit of a paint on top of it. And I'm also using one of the tags that can be like a garden stakes or something, and I'm going to write here St. Patrick's Day, Happy St. Patrick's Day, and that's a cute tag. Or cute gnome is going to hold it. So I'm also not going to stop there. I think I should decorate this tag with a cute ribbon. And I also have this beautiful ribbon from Dollar Tree. It's actually like bright green. I just love that green, and I created a bow with that by pinching in the center and circulating it with some of this baker's twine. And I'm going to stick this cute ribbon by ducktailing on the either side, and I'm trying to stick it onto the tag just like so. And this whole tag is going back on the gnome's hand, so I'm also going to stick it onto this cute gnome, and this is how it looks. This is the final reveal of my tier tray. Guys, I enjoyed doing each and every one of this, and this is one of my beautiful basket with cute shamrock. I stained the basket with antique wax, and with the cotton lace ribbon I created a bow on the top. And I filled some berries which were like going well with the color scheme, so I went with that. And here you have this cute gnome, and this is the one I created with some of the felt hearts from Valentine DIYs, and I stuck one of the bead in the center, and this is a bow, and he's holding Happy St. Patrick's Day tag. He's so cute. I'm just loving this cute gnome. And this is one of the candle. I thought it looks like, you know, the leprechaun's part of gold. It's in that style, and the color is also going well. It's a candle from Dollar Tree, and this is one of my previous decor. I just placed it because it's green. And this also the shamrock I created from 3 hearts, and I painted green, attached a bow with some florals and greenery. And this is one of my favorite projects. I stained this wooden truck, and I created a crate in the back, you know, filled with this gold, and a bow with the gold in the center. And the wheels also have this green look, and it says loads of luck. And this is also having one of the shamrock from the cardboard box. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. You have to let me know what you think about it. These are some of my St. Patrick's Day's tier tray DIYs, and I'm in love with each and every one of these. You have to let me know which one is your favorite, and you would like to leave any comments and suggestions towards my channel. I would appreciate that. Like I always say, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you would consider subscribing if you want to see more things like this. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you again.